this should be a very interesting video. So, the best way I can start this without wasting a lot of time is I am pretty sure I'm going Looney Tunes crazy down the bin. Like, I don't know how else you want me to say, but I think I am actually going crazy. Which, you know, isn't very like, oh wow, can you believe it? He's going crazy, blah blah blah. That's not what I mean. I mean, cycling my mental vision, whatever else you want to say. It's kind of getting to a point where this is another one I said with my derealization or whatever it was called, something like that, is there's a lot of stuff now I can't believe what's actually happening, because the figures I'm seeing now are becoming more and more apparent. And one of the worst things I'm having right now, and this isn't really helping me a ton, is now I'm starting to hear voices. Right? Like every other crazy person, can you believe it? Still, here I am trying to inject humor into everything I do. Well, I mean, what can I say? I mean, it's not... I take stuff seriously when I joke. Anyways, back to the thing. The thing is, I'm starting to hear these voices, and they're not inherently my own. They're more or less voices of people I know in real life, like friends and families and whatnot. And when I hear their voices in my head, it doesn't help me. Because, how do I say this? It is not, you know, like words of like you're worthless and you're not cared for and everything. It's in the most cruelest and awfulest of ways. It is tailored to every single one of them. You know, things that I don't believe I did very good with, or, you know, I just sucked at being, you know, either a good friend, being, you know, messy or blah blah whatever else. And there's kind of one voice in my head that's, you know, telling me as I'm just full-fledged crazy, I need help, but you blah blah, I just can't stand to be with you as a friend and stuff like that. That one really hurts me, and I don't know if it's true or not, but what's going on in my head is awful. And then you do one more example, you know, to get this point across. Is example would be like my dad. I know he cares, I know he loves, but for some, well, I want to say inexplicable reason, but I'm slowly kind of getting it day by day. But for some reason, I can't wrap my head around that he actually cares. I don't know why I can't bring myself to believe it. And, you know, it's just words of him just, you know, going through my mind. And one thing that I cannot let go that he said the other day. I mean, this would probably come out a week or two, or when I'm on vacation or whatever. Can't really remember. My brain's a little bit everywhere right now trying to get ready for this. But he said, you know, it's like kind of act like your mom. Taking it out of context, I can't really remember, but I remember just hearing you're acting like your mom, and that really, I got set off the deep end with that one. And, you know, kind of figured, because that car ride was a very long car ride. And that another thing that adds to me being potentially crazy, and, you know, I'm not saying crazy in like a bad term or whatever you want to say, I'm just saying more or less, it doesn't really help me. I mean, I know I'm crazy, I just don't know how bad it is. Because the example I can provide is, besides hearing voices and, you know, not believing certain things, one thing is I'm starting to add on top of the voices is sounds and things that aren't there. Because during this recording, I mean, it's been cut out, but there has been like maybe at most 3 minutes of just pure silence in this recording. Me just kind of sitting there listening, because I don't know if that's real, or if somebody's out in the kitchen, or if somebody's grabbing something. I can't figure it out because I don't know. It sounds like someone, but the times it sounds like someone hasn't been someone, and sometimes I just see people just sneak up, and all of a sudden I'm needing to do something. I just can't figure it out. And then let's go through some smaller points. Number one, and this is one I'm kind of saving for a different video. I'm trying to find the words right now and to be in the mental headspace to say it. Is I've become quite different, and I'm not sure if it's a good or bad way, but I've become more loud, crazy, erratic, jumpy, whatever else, not caring, and most importantly, I've been kind of a bully, which I think is ironic because I hate bullies, and I became one. But yeah, I've started to say out of pocket stuff, things that don't make sense. My brain is starting to go faster and faster with so many thoughts going through my head, and now at some points when I'm speaking in a conversation, I trip over example there. I start to trip over words and things, and my brain wants to say like 5 different things, but I can't say all 5 different things. They all come like blah, 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 stuff like that. Or there's certain things I'm trying to remember, and I just can't remember how they're pronounced, so I describe them, which does well, and then I get confused and so many other things. And I guess a potential reason to all this is, besides my very unstable mental state, I mean, it is very obvious when I've written stuff down in my journal and talked on here. It just makes a lot of sense. But the other thing is, this is also a great video to talk about too, is the lack of sleep I've been getting, because I just haven't been able to go to sleep. Like, I just roll and toss and roll and toss and roll and toss, which feels really weird because I'm doing physical labor, concrete, pretty hard on the body, so I should be out like a light, but for some reason I'm staying up until like it's gonna sound weird when I say 10 because that doesn't really count, but stay up like till 11, 12, 1, 2, and at that rate it's like I'm getting 2 hours of sleep, 3, 4, 5, which, I mean, sure, I still function really well off of it. It's just is a potential issue I just don't really know what to do about. And the other thing I've been looking into, and I know I've been trying to do it, but this vacation, getting everything prepared for it, which doesn't really matter by the time this comes out because it's probably I'm already back doing stuff, so I don't know. But it's definitely looking into therapy so I can understand how crazy I am and just figure out what I can do that help myself cope better and whatever else. So I'll give an update on that if I remember. I hope I do, because my memory's awful. It's bad. But I think I've rambled on for a little too long today, so I hope you have a good rest of your day or night or wherever you're at, in the middle of the night or blah blah blah. I hope you take care, and I hope to hear from you again soon. Bye.